The land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters. Hide the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future. Strong, united, working till we fall. The air and water flowing hard. The land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters. Hide the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future. Strong, united, working till we fall. And we all lift. And we're all
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun, so what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working on stuff. Yeah, we're just going to be working on stuff, really. Not anything really too specific. Also, I'd like to thank Sean Boyo. You've been here a while, I didn't know if you followed or not, but you followed, so cool, go team. I do actually quite enjoy We Live Together. I think it's a good song. I remember when it first came out, when it first dropped, everyone was like, holy shit, this game, this kind of fucks. I do like The Longest Johns. I'm not like 100% like super shanty guy, but I understand people who like shanties. So what is this stream exactly? Notepad, what are you doing today? Well, I really didn't know how the vampire game was gonna go. I really didn't know. I didn't know if we were gonna get it done first thing on Monday, which we did a lot, but I kind of got sidetracked on that travel mechanics a little bit. So I kind of took a detour, and then I took a second day. I usually don't like doing... I don't like starting projects on Friday. The reason for that is... on the weekend, I tend not to look at anything, or if I do look at something, it's usually a little bit lighter. So I like to, if I start a project on Friday, I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. I'm going to not think about things as much come Monday, and then things get a little bit fucky-wucky in my head. So I tend to not like starting projects on Fridays for that reason. I used to do it, don't do it anymore. Keep to the schedule. So this is more of a maintenance stream than anything. The original idea was to, last night I was kind of thinking about it during the very long and very stupid, mind you, just fucking stupid conversation about ops and tactics. Melon, yet again, inspired me to just want to gut that game with a fucking razor blade and poke out all the parts and rip out the guts and see what I could do with it. However, he didn't give me the notepad version as he was going to be saying, and the second he gives me the notepad version, I'm going to be probably gutting the thing, again, like a fish with a razor blade, a rusty razor blade, because I'm me. But generally speaking, didn't really have anything too planned out for this today. If I didn't do the Dewang last night, I was going to do stuff to, I was going to Dewang today, but I'm not going to Dewang, because we already did that. So, what is this stream? What is this? Maintenance streams are a little bit wonky, as they are literally just going to be me kind of doing stuff. That makes sense. It's like, I'm just doing things. Were they talking about, oh, it's I scrolled through and we're talking about taxes and trains. Yes, they were talking about ops and tactics at first because one of Melon's people who've been playing for the game for a decade, did not like how I compared it to D20 Modern and said I got it wrong. And then there was a very long and convoluted argument for about 2 hours about it. All while I was attempting to read one of the games for tomorrow, which was Drifters. I am mixed on Drifters, Wuso. I thought you said they was going to be more interesting than what it was. Wuso, you bamboozled me again. Why do you keep bamboozling me this way? Every time you say, oh, Gilla's going to do it, Gilla's going to be a hero, and then I read it and then I feel sad. But yes. Drifters the anime or the game? Drifters the cowboy game that Gilla wrote. But yes, so what are we going to be doing today? Stuff. That's really it, if you... Yeah, esoteric marketer. I'm going to go over Drifters. Drifters is a game that exists, and I feel sad that it does. Because we were this close to being interesting. So close. One step from there. And we were this close. You had it. You had the idea. But then you played Destiny again. Without video game influences. Fuck off. He literally cites Destiny. That's the first thing he cites is Destiny. And he uses the exact same terminology. And I'm like, God damn it, Drifters. You were so close. You were just right there. And you stumbled. You got spooked. But yeah, what are we going to be doing today? Well, there's going to be 3 things we're going to be doing today. First things first. We're going to open up we're going to open up paint.net here. Let me open up paint.net a little bit here. The first things we need to do is we're going to work on the vampire game a little bit, because I can do that. And I find it interesting. Generally speaking, what we need to do, obviously, is I need to make my face. First things first, though, let's be a little bit more specific about things. We need to Notekin. Let's see, we already have this. We need to go to pictures. We need to find our favorite friend, of course. Oh. Actually, let me just bump that up a little bit. We're gonna put some. You gotta put some fangs on him to make it look a little bit nicer. Let's gray up the fangs a little bit. We have one over there. And we're gonna put one right over here. Gonna bring some good old sanguine essence. Hello, Solid. Luckily, we can just put it over here a little bit. There we go. Well, since he is going to be our little tiger ball, of course, naturally we need to tongue correctly. Okay, so let's see what kind of convoluted outfit we want to put Manly in. I'm feeling Castlevania. So let's like do something like this. Put it like that. Always gotta manage the tongue. Do. Oh. I'm doing this in a... I'm doing this in a window rather than what I usually end up doing, so pardon me if it's not perfect. if it's a little jerky, you may say. Yeah, oh, god damn it. This is a very small window. I do want to be able to see chat. So we do something like this. Let's double check. I come back into photoshopping Manly the strange new shapes. Yes, of course I am. We need to do that. We need to make him as vampiric as possible. So obviously, let's slap him in. Let's get him some adorning that man in some gold. Did you see shitty horse girl? Do you mean brilliant horse girl, Manly? I loved it. I think Manly will love it too. Unfortunately, I was a little bit perturbed last night and couldn't get some things set up because one of my pals in that server, in the Autism and Assholes server, he got put in the ICU. He according to him anyway, he had a fucking heart attack. So things got a little bit distracted than what I would normally do. He's okay now. Luckily he's okay. I don't like it when my when my pals aren't feeling too hot. It always makes me feel a little sad. Yeah, it was Chippy of all people. Good old Chipster was not feeling too hot last night, but he got fixed up. He's good now. Let's see. What do we want to do with him? I think we need to give him a hat. No, Manly just... Oh, yellow eyes. Manly's feeling fine. Manly's just Russian. Like, Manly is just, unfortunately for everybody involved, just Russian. So it kind of misses. Melon's sending you a fancy new version of Oats. No, Melon is going to be sending me the notepad version, which is him Control F, and replacing all mentions of D&D isms throughout the story, throughout the game, such as feats and BAB, I think maybe, because that was my big critique, is that it was D20 Modern Light. When it comes to vampires and the supernatural, always the Catholic. Vampires, you could say vampires were mostly popularized around kind of like, I would say Catholic mythology. That's kind of a weird way to say it, but yeah, Catholic mythology was, and in turn kind of Christian mythology more than anything, because fun fact, anytime someone says, hey, there's an undead thing, that's never something that you really want to see, really. Because undead things are spooky, and we don't like the undead, because usually it's like, oh, they didn't get their fucking, like, sacrament or something, which is usually pretty bad. You always want to get your sacraments done, because if you don't, you're going to hell. I'm gonna have to cut this out a little bit, aren't I? Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, but then we're going to immediately keep the tongue in there. If the tongue isn't in there, it's broken. We've done something wrong. Put you up there like this. Vampires are Catholic because they are coded as outcasts, or coded as outcasts because Catholic countries usually have lots of sunlight, lights of garlic, or both. Oh, when did MS Paint have multiple layers? This isn't MS Paint. This is Paint.net. This is what I do almost everything in. Because I like I like Paint.net because it's very easy to work with, relatively speaking. I'm gonna bump up the size of this a little. I think we need to give Manly a hat. What kind of? We want a vampire hat. Do we have a? Wow, this looks incredibly dumb. Okay, no, these aren't vampire hats. We need a Russian hat. Russian hat. Some good, good Soviet. You know, let's give him Nushanka. There we go. I think giving him a Nushanka is the most appropriate, because this is technically a vampire game set in the Soviet, well, post-apocalyptic Soviet Union, so it's only appropriate we give him a traditional hat of the people. There we go, a tiny little hat. Oop. Let's see, if we do 1, 2, I guess we know. No, I think this works kind of like he has like cuffs in there, like he's not cuffs, but he has like the flaps of his little hat, and he's obviously since he's a vampire, his eyes are drifting away to about 15 different directions. Let me think. I want to have a main. Do something like bump. Actually, bump. We drive it down. Circle there, a good circle there. There we are. Here's our proud Russian cosmo. Remember, comrade, we live together. We are together in this. There we are. There we go. This is going to be our Manly. Let's put him where he needs to be. Let's go to edits. Go to my Tiger Ball folder. Vampire Communist Manly. There we go. Now let's play a game. Let's do a little bit of research. I just want to make sure he comes in good. A bit big, but we can shrink him down to the right size. This. Cool. Get paint.net. Yeah, that's paint.net. Notepad is lying. He unlocked multiple. Yeah, I hate to break it to you all, but I am actually the voice of Microsoft Notepad. They gave me a voice finally. My official collaboration with Microsoft is here. I'm sorry, everybody. Now, this is the more important one. We need to do with this game something actually. This game doesn't actually have a name, by the way. That's one of those funny things. It never really has a name, and it's never really got a name yet. So we're gonna have to try to give him one. Do you have the downloader? Can you use it through the browser? Just put her. Just download it. That's all it is. Just download it. Let's see. You're like the final version of Clippy. Yes. We don't talk about Clippy. Does that mean you're friends with Tay? How are the drugs treating her? Who do you think is Clippy now, McDrewsalt? Who do you think is Clippy? Oh. We work for the mine, so we get turned into Clippies. God help us all. Let's think. This is going to be a Soviet. Let's do some theory crafting. So generally speaking, this is a Soviet road trip vampire adventure about traveling and survival in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, inspired by the show Vampire in the Garden. What do you name this? Usually I'm pretty good about names. I can usually come up with something pretty quickly, unless I just want to call it, this is just Vampire in the Garden. That doesn't sound quite right. See, Vampire in the Garden actually had, the name made sense for what it was doing, as that's kind of like her thing, as she likes to garden. I still think you should call it Blood Drive. Blood Drive would work. But the thing is, it sounds a little bit dramatic. That's the issue, what we're going with here. Yeah, Blood Drive works really well. Here's the thing though. This is the important part. Is Blood Drive, I get the idea like this is going to be like a fight for, it's kind of like a fight for survival. It sounds like more like a metal album, where it's not like, oh hey, what game are you playing? We're playing Blood Drive. You kind of hear the guitar riff in the background. This is going to be a lot more, I say the word cerebral, but it's going to be a little bit more vibey, just because it's a lot more about, hey, we're in this together. Let's go on a magical quest together. I need to find a name. All good titles end the guitar riff. The thing is, though, this isn't a guitar riff kind of game. This is like a twinging of the guitar, being like, it's supposed to be a little bit like, okay, we're in there. See, Song of the White Carnations. Song of the White Carnation was supposed to kind of have multiple different interpretations for things, because white carnations mean death, effectively. It's death, but it's life. There's a lot of double meanings with the title. So it's Song of the White Carnations. I need something with the same vibe. Now, let me think. You mean the Kenshi OST playing in the background? Effectively. Desert Wind. Yeah, it's things like Desert Wind playing in the background. Not necessarily like, hell yeah, we're fighting for freedom. No, it's more like, we're on the road again. Very, very quiet. It's on the road again in minor key kind of thing. That's the vibe I want to go for. It's play on the phrase Bloody Mary run. See, it's not really a run either, because one of the things is they're long way to Moscow. If Moscow was a place in the setting, that would make a lot more sense. I wonder, is there something, is there some Russian road trip movies? Movies. Do we have any movies? The Road Movie. The Return. Minrozolev, mother with her father, Konstantin Lelenko, suddenly returns out vanishing for 12 years earlier. And they see him back to their lives. Let's think. So we need... See, ironically enough, one of the movies that I would actually even say would have a lot more influence on this than it really should would be something like Stalker, the 1979 film. Which, by the way, if you've never seen the 79 film of Stalker, holy shit. Good God. That's some fucking... It's a rough fucking movie. I can tell you that much. It is a rough fucking movie. I wonder if we could play it on Roadside Picnic a little bit. Like... Because I love Roadside Picnic. I think Roadside Picnic is one of the few books that I've read, like, multiple times. because every time you read Roadside Picnic, you find something else with it, because it's just a fucking book, and everyone should read it, by the way, everyone. Roadside Blood Bag. Long Road to Absolute. So let's get some. So let's we can do. I guess we could do like long way to salvation. That seems a little bit like long way to absolution. A little bit pretentious. Long way away from here. That name does not roll off the tongue at all. But perhaps that's the point. Long way away from here. Can we do something when it comes to like Roadside Picnic? A long way to hell. It's melancholic, but not like dramatic. It's kind of hard to get like the exact vibe I want to do here. So I mean, let's think. Roadside Picnic, because Roadside Picnic is actually a really fucking cool title. Because the thing is, Roadside Picnic is technically referring to a lot of different little things, because that's effectively how they describe the zone, which is very different from Stalker. Half a tank of gas and halfway sober. That just sounds like your fucking road trip movie to Las Vegas with a bunch of fuck ups, not the melancholy Siberian, Odyssey. The Sanguine Odyssey. Let's see. Sanguine Odyssey comes to mind. Midnight Express. Sounds like a train. Midnight. See, this is one of the weird things too, because you can also cite something. Let me bring it up. Perfect Dark? No, it's not Perfect Dark. It's Vampire Road Trip movie. Fuck. What's this goddamn movie called? Not Vampire. Not From the Dark. Not The Road Trip with a Vampire by Darva Green. That's incorrect. Not. What is that? Fucking Bill Paxton was in it. Not Till Dusk from Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn. See, unfortunately, this would be a really fucking amazing title, From Dusk Till Dawn. Because that would be, that would symbolize a lot of different things. Unfortunately, this is also From Dusk Till Dawn, and I can't do that. Not Blood Relative. What's that? Vampire movie where they are in a caravan. Is that like what I'm thinking? Not Daybreakers. That's definitely not it. Where they are in a RV. Near Dark. That's it. This is Near Dark, the neo-western horror film. This is it. Nearly Dry Rain. Nearly just Stakeland. Damnation Alley, please. Empty Line. My Money is Still in Blood, Gas, and Vodka. You could maybe call it Russian Vampire. Call it Russian Vampire Road Trip. See, that's a name that I would come up with, being like, yeah, it's just called Russian. It would literally just be called like Vampire Russian Road Trip. Bloody Mary Blood Mary Homecoming. God, Damnation Alley. Yeah, Damnation Alley, sci-fi apocalypse. So let's see. Hmm. Giant personnel flamethrowers, the 68 operating water. They must cross Damnation Alley, considered the passive lethal resistance between intense radiation areas. See, Damnation Alley is a thing. That's the issue. Hmm. Nearly drained dry. I'm not feeling that one. Drained lives. Let's see. So let's. Driven Drive 2011. Yes, Drive with Drive 2011 with vampires. That's all you need to do. Running on empty. Midnight roads. Let's see. Near dark. Twilight Road is a good one. Long night in Siberia. Again, it's kind of I'm not like strictly saying this is Siberia or whatever. It's the neo-Soviet Union, but I don't want to like give like really specific names because that might throw people off. Let's see. So, do we got anything? Running on empty. Running on empty could. Running on empty. I like that one. Blood Horizon? Blood Horizon sounds like a horror movie. This feels like there should be something else there. Blood Horizon. Does that work? Blood Horizon? Or should there like oh god, feels like there should be something there. Or something a lot more poetic. That's kind of the idea. It's like there should be something. Blood Horizon sounds sci-fi. I don't want to do Bloody Horizons. Because that might imply there's going to be a lot of combat. There really isn't. Like, it's on Gwyn Horizon? No. Blood Horizon has that Blood Red Sunrise. That is a sick title, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie there, Five. That is nailing it. Blood Red Sunrise. It sounds like a Western, though. Honestly, if you were to say, like, this is just a Western, Blood Red... If this was a Western with vampires, Blood Red Sunrise would be immediately on that list. But it's not a Western, unfortunately. I think we're getting caught up on the blood thing. I think that's the issue. I think we're getting caught up on it, what it is, rather than bloody... it's... in cold blood. That's another good one. But again, I think we're getting caught up on the blood. I think that's one of the issues. We're getting caught up on that. Near dark. It doesn't need to be a blood, like far away twilight, far away. Maybe we can do something with far away because it's like you're going far away. Far away horizon would work. It doesn't really imply the vampire at all. Do we need more travel and road trip analogies? Because like the thing is, travel is the fundamental thing. Like gloomy roads. Like the thing is, travel is the thing with this game. Like that's the main like impetus. This game doesn't exist without travel, so that's why I'm like, let's, God, I don't really know. Nobody rides for free. Well, the thing is, it's not necessarily like a caravan either. That, like, nobody rides for free would be a really good one if it's like a caravan or something like that, like a larger group. But it's literally going to be like 3 to 5 guys in a fucking in a car going. Like, to give you an idea, we're going to be like, I will bring up like the. This is the UAZ, man. Like, you're going to be effectively in a Soviet shitbox. Like, you may think you're cool, but are you UAZ, Soviet shitbox cool? That's one of the things. Let's do a... Faraway Wanders. God! Fucking damn it, it's such a good name! Faraway Wanders. And it's a fucking... Chinese boys love manga. God damn it. Son of a bitch. First jockeys. So I mean it's Coffin jockeys. Sounds like a vampire racing game. Again, I think the issue with going in like really hard with like the blood analogies is that people are going to think it's going to be more combat oriented. I don't want it to be like, I don't want people to imply that it's combat oriented. That's like one of the big things here, because it's not going to be at all. So let's think. Camper van. Camper van would be fun. Troika road trip. I wonder, do we have any like let's do famous and the Karenina, Dead Souls, that's another fucking amazing one. But vampires aren't necessarily dead. And Quiet Flows the Dawn. Queen of Spades, the Overcoat. Chariot, House of the Dead, Heart of a Dog. Read Heart of a Dog? I did read this. This was a weird book. I actually have a copy of that book. I got Heart of a Dog from the my little bookstore, and I thought it was really fucking weird. Loved it. Circle, Roadside Picnic, Poor Folks, Uncle Vanya. The Gulag Archipelago. No. Look, everyone, it's the funny book that we can't talk about. Dr. Zhivago. Let's see. Life of the Cossacks, Don River Valley. Who sent Cossack? Who honored Turkish captives of the West? Shukiza Whip Trap. No, they commit high level respect among Peter. Second eldest Gregory Melanov promising young soldiers falls. The wife has stepped, there's no love between them. Romance and elopement raises a feud between her husband and the family. Well, there's clearly something going on here. So, and towards the pale horizon. Pale horizon works. Pale horizon, that's a good one. Where the hell are the designated server Russians? Help name this. Pale riders. Let's see, in quiet flows and and quiet towards away if we want to because the idea is that we're traveling away from something. That's the big idea. We are both traveling away. We are both traveling away from something and we're traveling towards something. That's one of the big idea. And towards the blood horizon. Towards away. Towards away does sound pretty good. You've never watched Russian movies, haven't you? You have watched Russian movies, haven't you? You did a double negative there. I've watched a few Russian movies. They tend to be either very quiet or very bombastic. That's what I've realized. And by quiet, I mean quiet. Stalker, Jesus fucking Christ. Stalker was rough. Stalker's such a quiet goddamn movie. And it's very melancholic, very... People like to think, people think a lot like Stalker is like cheeky breaky, bang bang bang, or whatever like that. It's really not. Like, Roadside Picnic and the movie are not like that. They're much more quiet, much more uncomfortable, in a way, if you could say. Uncomfortable, quiet travels. Okay, real talk, everybody. Do you think bringing up Twilight would hinder this? Do you think bringing up just the word Twilight by association would have a problem with it? Be real with me. Be real with me, because we all know. Come on, we all know. I don't know, because it would work, and it's very... if as long as Twilight isn't the first word. I get... yeah, I guess we can, I guess we do in Towards the Pale Horizon, and because the horizon, I think horizon... Horizon is something we're looking for, because you're always looking for the horizon. So that's a good word. We like the word horizon. So it's... and Towards the Pale Horizon, because we can make a reference toward this book series, you know, and Quiet Flows the Dawn, which is more about people trying to escape who they are more than anything, which we can use that. Towards the Pale Horizon, Toward the Blood Horizon, and Towards the Pale Horizon, and Towards the Blood Horizon. Blood Horizon, Pale Horizon. Pale Horizons? Blood Horizons? The harness that forces 3 horses to work together to pull a wagon forward. It got turned into a big thing, and apparently a lot of Russian roads were made to accommodate it. The problem with Troika, I can tell you right now what the issue with putting the word Troika in. There's one thing that would complicate it. This. I can tell you right now. This would be the issue. It's got nothing to fucking do with Troika, by the way. Like this fucking game would be the issue. So unless you... if this game didn't exist, my life would be really easy, because I would literally just call it Troika. Quiet Horizons? Oh, that. Right, that. Yeah, now you know my feeling. Naming sucks, by the way. Naming is hard. I hate naming. Naming makes me sad. Sad. Where's my dedicated Russians when I need where I need them? Silent Horizon? Too close to Silent Hill. Yeah, I'm trying. God, it feels like there should be another word for Troika. Is there... Fuck, Troika became a popular cultural icon because of the book Dead Souls. Group of 3. I'm a feeling people are going to get stuck on the 3 thing if we go too hard. Threesome, triads, also the source. Troika. Group of 3. Silent drip. Well, Kyodov. Vitya. 30 breed of work. The Russian copy of Intently's Vespa. Oh yeah, gamers, we gaming. I think we've had enough of horses. Quiet company could work. Welcome to the wonderful world of naming, everybody. This is so much fun, isn't it? This is my everyday nightmare. I have the name. I actually love naming. I hate naming. Because every now and again, I get something that works perfect. Like, every now and again, I have the thing that just... It just nails it. Like, this is it. This is the moment. And every time it works, it's great. Other times, it just doesn't... I didn't fucking name it. God damn it. Other times, it just doesn't click. And this is one of those times. Again, you gotta remember, this is also the guy who wrote a game called Project Deep Sea and Project Gaia and Project... Like, I have a bunch of games that are just Project something because I couldn't get a name for them. The entire idea, Sean, is that Shawnee Boy is a kind of more of a little bit of a down-to-earth. It's a traveling story at the end of the day. It's you and your pals going on this odyssey to get to another place. Get the fuck out of Dodge, you know, deliver something, do something. The problem is, you cannot stop. If you stop, you will die. You're always running out of resources. You're always needing to find more resources, and you always need to push onward. That's kind of the main crux of the adventure of the story a little. We use the term dead souls. Dead Soul Slayer Ride, Restless Dead, No Turning Back. No turning back would be good, but it's not as quite as dramatic as what I'm looking for. Because again, it has to be the best way to think about this. It has to be drama. It has to be there's the backing track of a sad guitar this entire time. Finding beauty in destruction and all that bullshit. Pretentious. See, I would go with Midnight Souls, but I already literally made Midnight Souls, by the way, called Midnight Anima, and I can't really use that a second time, as that would just confuse everybody. Blood Trails. Fuck. Broken payment, high desperations. Now you're just plugging in random word. Now you're just plugging in random fucking words here, Solid. What am I thinking of here? What am I thinking? Okay, let's think. Let's do something, because you kind of see the issue here. Like it's the naming. Trying to maybe Red and Dead. Vampires are not dead. That's the big thing. Vampires are not actually dead. Actually, Stalker, wallpaper. Good wallpaper here. We have a good roadside picnic wallpaper. It's fucking. Not really sci-fi. Not really sci-fi, more post-apocalyptic. Let's see. So we've got. What am I? Breaking Bad. I wonder if I can find, like... Probably no one's gonna talk about the fucking stupid fucking end. Which would be perfect for this, by the way. Bitica. Let's see. Russian type of Telego sleigh with the usually rounded cover of passenger seats. Metro Exodus. Actually, I wonder. Metro Exodus. Exodus. Metro Exodus concept art. Do we have some good concept art of Metro Exodus? A little bit too blasted. Little bit too much of a blasted hellscape. We want something a little bit more. We do some vampire in the garden. We find a good vampire in the garden fucking wallpaper. Absolutely not, because vampire in the garden thing that nobody cared. Vampire in the garden. No one gives a shit about you. Wayward Roads? You're not all vampires, that's the thing. Wayward Roads. Because the idea would be... Wayward Horizons? Would that work? A little bit dramatic, but it could work. Wayward, How do you represent Wayward Wanders? Pale Plight. Wayward Horizons, Wayward Roads, Wayward Blood Horizon, Wayward Blood Horizon. I keep going back to Blood Horizon because I'm like, it sounds cool. Wayward, fuck. Wayward fuck. We want Metro. Do we have like Metro concept? A little bit. Again, it's so destroyed, but we don't want it like super destroyed. I mean, I guess we could do a little bit. I don't think this would work. Vampire Hunter D. Like, do we have we got something from Vampire Hunter D, which would Vampire Hunter D wallpaper, maybe? That's too much of D. I mean... a little bit too deserty. That might throw people off a little bit. Not quite Vampire Hunter D though. That's kind of the issue. Got a good landscape here. Give me not sad potatoes. Oh Jesus. I'm now reminded that I did a fucking girl's last tour and the nightmare inducing hellscape that is that show. God. Fuck. Every day we live in hell. We are never allowed to have nice things. We just bring up fucking Fire Punch, which unfortunately is also a vibe that I would have to be working with here. Fucking Fire Punch, God. Never once will I have to think that I have to cite Fire Punch to do something. Even though I like Fire Punch a lot. I really like Fire Punch, and everyone should like it as well. Setting would fit too, fuck. Dishonest traveling, notepad, you need to clear the screen, quiet escape, you need... Yeah, I know Paint on Ed is covering up a lot. Like, I'm trying to figure out the, I was like, maybe if I start working on... Like, maybe if I start working on the actual header image... Just call the game Sad Potatoes. It's actually... I can never remember the fucking brothers. What books did you write? Noon, 22nd Century, The Way of... Land of Crimson Clouds. Tale of the Troika. That would actually work pretty well. Prisoners in Power, Dead Mountain Hotel. Space Mowgli, The Kid from Hell, Wanderers and Travelers, Gigantic... God damn you, why do you have such a good one? Wayfaring Wanders. That's a terrible fucking name. Wayfaring... God damn, it's such an just an esoteric goddamn thing. It's such an esoteric setting. Such a weird idea. That coming up with something is... What is Fire Punch? Fire Punch is Kino, my friend. It's a manga. It's a shonen manga. It's not a shonen. It is not a shonen. It's very far from a shonen, in fact. It is seinen, actually. It is... I'm gonna give you the the plot summary here, Solid. I'm gonna tell you the main motivation of the villain. She wants to see Star Wars Episode 7. That is the literal... That is the... I've officially told you the secret plot of Fire Punch. That's really it. That's the worst part. And people who know that that is it, but also completely not it. It's a very dramatic, very fucking weird manga. Apparently they want to adapt it, actually. Wayfaring strangers. Wayward fuck. Fuck. Jam it. Zam it. Fuck. God. God. Damn it. Shit. Fuck. Okay. No, this isn't it. It's not. It's... What am I thinking of? I want to think of... Traveling, we're driving, we're moving to place. We want to move. We are traveling. That's the big idea. We want to travel. I mean, Mad Max in the snow. Like, do we have any of that? This isn't really a thing at all. Tigers. Something with migration, late birds. Migration. Yeah, I don't want people to imply that, though. It's... Right now, we have a long way to salvation. Long way to salvation could work. It's not the worst idea. Long way to absolution sounds a little bit long. I don't like long way to absolution. It seems a little bit long. A long way away from here. A long way away from here would be really funny to write, and it would also be impossible to fucking, like, find anywhere. It would just be, oh, what's this game? A long way away from here. Like, Sanguine Odyssey is probably one of the simpler ones. Twilight Road. Twilight Road isn't jamming for me, really. Running on Empty could work, but that doesn't really imply the... Running on Empty doesn't really imply what's going on most of the time, i.e. this is a vampire road trip, and it's more about the journey than anything. That's the issue. If I were to, again, if I were to cite anything, it would actually be Girl's Last Tour, probably. It's you, this person, trying to reach this anomalous... It's you and a few other people trying to reach a fairly anomalous goal. I don't know really where that goal is, so... Blood Horizon does kind of hit both of the notes I kind of want to hit a little bit. The problem with it is that it sounds like a metal album. It sounds like a thrash metal album, or Bayou metal, or some unholy thing like that. I like it, but I like it, but I might get the wrong impression. Faraway Twilight sounds weird. Faraway Wanderers sounds weird. I like the idea of far away because that's kind of the idea. It doesn't really work. And Towards the Pale Horizon, and Towards the Twilight, and Towards Blood Horizon, all of these have their own issues. I think I'm going to drop Blood Horizon though. And Towards the Pale Horizon, you do have a direction though. That's one of the issues. That's solid. You have a vague one at least. And Towards the Pale Horizon, that would be more a reference, and and Quiet Along the Dawn. That would be the kind of the reference that Blood Confines. Silent Horizon or Silent Horizons kind of doesn't really sell what's going on with it. Quiet Company, a little bit funky because we're in company of other people, obviously. Quiet Horizon, Towards the Quiet Night, towards the Quiet Twilight. Horizon Souls, Seeking Souls, Wayward Horizons, Wayward Roads, Wayward Fuck, Wayward Wander. The best way to, like, then it would be like, Last Odyssey? Maybe we use the term Odyssey throughout? A Sigma Force. Not the Last Odyssey, just be Last Odyssey. Or do we try to bring in something? If we do Last Odyssey, like Last Sanguine Odyssey, I might be hitting it on the head of the vampire thing a little bit too much. Does this have the same feeling as the strange story, the straight story? The straight story will get me canceled on Twitter. Fuck. There should be an answer here. I don't know what it is. Bogateers. The Knights Errant, Suggestion Bogateers warriors amid strength, courage, and bravery. Wayward Bogatyr. All that matters is catchy and represents the game. I think you're overthinking it. Exactly. Exactly. I think I'm overthinking it. I'm trying to figure out like how to represent this game well. Because ultimately this is a traveling. This is a traveling tale. This is a traveling story. That is what this is. It's a story of people doing something. You are traveling to this faraway location that you really don't know if you're going to make it or not. And it's do or die. You are going as hard as possible because you damn well know you can't really turn back. There's no going back. It's all or nothing now. That's one of the big things. That's one of the kind of the reoccurring beliefs in it. This is your last stop. This is your last trip. It's do or die. Going to that place is not going to be happy. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. And but you're with your friends. You're with people who you care about, and they care about you. That's kind of the thing. Is like you're kind of a bunch of fuck ups and weirdos, and a one-way trip, long way out. That's what I was thinking of, like a long way away from here. It's just that immediate, like this is a long way away from here. Where do we want to go? A long way away from. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. That's the issue. It doesn't roll off the tongue. Unless we give it like a snappy fucking subtitle. A long way away from here. The Odyssey of Wayward Souls of. A long way away from here, a Sanguine Odyssey. Maybe that. Because it would literally be, okay, what's this game called? A long way away from here. Anabas subtitles. Anabasis. Let's see, Anabasis would work if there was a little bit more, expedition up from. It was a little bit more formalized. I think that could work. Right idea, wrong implication. That's why I'm thinking of Odyssey being a good word for this, because it is an Odyssey to do something. It's dangerous, it's risky, it's probably going to fail, but we can at least try. Which in Odysseus's case, it didn't go very well. He lost his entire crew at the end of things, and he barely survived, but he did get home. He did get where he needed to go. And it is an Odyssey, so okay, let's yeah, I like Sanguine. Sanguine is a really good thing. That's why I'm thinking either Sanguine Odyssey, where this Odyssey sounds too cheap. The original Odyssey it's more of like a long ass journey. That's the issue. Forced adventure. That's why I love the word Sanguine, by the way. I love that word. It's Sanguine sleigh ride. Just a long ass fucking title. just a massive fucking title. Well, that's the issue there, Wuso, is that it's not necessarily the Russian countryside. Russia hasn't been a thing for years upon years. It's more of a post-Soviet. This is the post-apocalypse. That's the issue. It's a post-apocalypse. The main two factions I have planned is literally like, oh, it's the Tsarists who are vampire royals, and you also have the Union, which is just a band of people who LARP as the Soviets. The concept of Russia is so far gone at this point. They share a lot of the like aesthetics and the looks and things like that, but it's not really Russia as we would traditionally think about it. It's kind of like with Fallout, for example. You can call everyone in Fallout Americans, but they're not really Americans anymore, are they? Any factions based on traditional Volek people? No, not really. Those are the two main factions, and it's like, do you encounter random people in the wild kind of thing? That's kind of the issue, is that, like, I don't know who you're going to encounter because every journey should be different. Fuck. Let's see, do we have anything that we want to reference for the title card? Now, what was that game? The most depressing movie of all fucking time, The Road. Oh boy, I love The Road. The fucking Road, Jesus Christ. That was a rough movie to watch. They had a car, it would be great. Just keep driving. Does it have any touch of Oregon Trail on it? I guess if you break down Oregon Trail to be its apps in the most absolute basic context, then yeah, I guess. Like, kind of like, you know what, actually, Twilight, do we have anything Twilight 2000? Twilight 2000 wallpaper. Do we have a good wallpaper here? Too much military gusto. I mean, do we have an apocalypse? Post-apocalypse. Overland. Wonder bar sales. Aesthetic looks the part, but not the vehicles. What is it? That's If it wasn't the fucking desert, this would work. Honestly, if this was the desert, this would be a lot easier, but what am I thinking? Or do I get that a little bit bigger? Can I make you bigger? On the road again. This game does look pretty fun. I like the look of this game. It seems fun. Let's if we bring you up, we need Sanguine Trail would work. Sanguine Roundabout. Roundabout can never be taken as a serious word. Nobody says roundabout with like a happy, with like a sad, like dramatic angle to it. Just say roundabout. It's fun to say. It's a sanguine roundabout. This sounds like fun. Westward Sunset could work. Oh, God. See, this is why I like to Sanguine Traffic Circle. Sanguine Roundabout. See, it sounds like a fucking comedy. Oh, God. Give Trying to find like this is always hard when you find like Soviet. I wonder if I can da, 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 da. Hmm. That would work if it's faced backward. What is this? Let's click on random links. How much do you want this? $79? Absolutely not. I don't want to pay anything because I'm a cheap bastard. Not a Hyundai Toyota. I don't need a fucking Toyota. It needs to be facing a very particular angle, and they don't want to show me that particular angle, unfortunately. So making this work is going to be a little bit more complicated than I hoped. Sovietcar.com. Sovietcar.com, everybody. Soviet Car Museum? Tell me more about the Soviet car. Nope. Not going to Facebook. No facey space. Okay, maybe we can make this. We can make the little bit small, but maybe we can. Want to know what I'm doing? What we need to do is we need to put this right here. This is what we're going to use, and I want to get rid of these two. So I'm going to put a car about right here, like it's driving down the road. So that's the plan. Luckily, this is already a little kind of fits the look I'm going for. So let's do this. Just cutting around the edges a little bit there. If I'm not responding, I'm sorry. This is called being focused. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just need to cut it. We just need to cut the car out first. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I ain't gonna work. Fuck. 3D model for it. I mean, literal torture. You were killing me with. Just call it Soviet Vampire Road Trip. You're killing. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. No, it's the angle's wrong. I mean, I know what I want the title card to look like. It's just getting the title card to look correct. I'm thinking, like, if I do the title card, I don't have to think about this. So maybe, wonder if I can find, like, a good landscape. Give me a good landscape. A little bit grim, a little bit wonky. It's not like I can really cite anything, cause I fucking hate naming shit. Welcome to my perpetual misery. I mean, I guess I could try, maybe we... Okay, so if stream gets a little bit wonky, understand what's going on. Let's see, it's gonna get really wonky here for a moment. So do not panic if it sounds like I am cutting out. No fear, I am not actually cutting out, I think anyway. Also, Wuso, this is a very important thing about Roadside Picnic, if I'm coming through it all. Roadside Picnic had a double meaning. Oh, there we go. Are you ready to meet God, everybody? Ah! Ah! Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby girl. Don't you mash on me. Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. You're doing it. Come on. You're almost there. One more bit. Songwind Roundabout would be the same. What do you fucking mean? No, it wouldn't. Unless you want to make it about like you keep going in circles, but you're not. Vodka sunset. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. You're almost there. Almost there. I can hear the cops outside, by the way. That's not a good sign. Someone got popped. If you wonder why I'm not doing anything right now, something is loading. So... You mean to tell me you won't have fetch quests in the hex crawl? Hopefully not, because I hate fetch quests. Okay, so... Double checking something just to make sure that it's all right. Gotta make sure everything is the way that it is. Get ready for... Because the thing is, you should never stay too long in a singular hex. Not even a hex crawl. You just shouldn't stay long in any singular map. So going back should always be somewhat of a... It's not a good thing if you have to go back. That's kind of the idea. It's not a good thing. Like, it's an actively kind of a negative if you're like, okay, we need to go backward towards something. Nope, we want to do...